Hello. So in this section, you're going to do a repair order known as an RO. I'm going to demonstrate how to use it, and then you have to create your RO to have a matching total that is on the worksheet. Let's begin. First thing you're going to do is go to, using your Chromebook, go to prodemand.com. It is the same place you were looking for specifications for your brake jobs. Here, you're just going to click log in. It will not require any information as long as you're using your Chromebook on the school Wi-Fi. Okay, once you log in, the first thing it's going to do is ask you to select a year, make, and model. Okay, I am going to go ahead and select my personal vehicle that I'm driving today, which is a 2002 Chevy Suburban. It is the 6.0. It is the C2500, and then everything else came out automatically. Okay, I'm going to just click use this vehicle. Okay, at this point, it's going to ask you here in the search, enter codes, components, or symptoms. We don't use this part right away. We're going to come over here to search, and you're going to click on the drop down arrow, and you're going to come down to estimate guide. Clicking there, it now has this little box. You have your labor, parts, and subtotal. First thing we're going to do is the labor. What work will it need? Okay, so since we just did brakes, in this demonstration, I'm going to show brakes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to mechanical, because that's what we were doing, is the mechanical portion of the brakes. And then over here, it breaks it all down. We have brake drum or rotor remove to refinish it. But what did we do? We did a replacement. So, per se. So I'm going to look down here, and I'm going to look for, nope, not there. So brake pedal, nope, brakes, shoes, pads, remove and replace. There we go. And then it opens up another menu. It says all, front or rear, and then we have additional items that could be done during that repair, such as overhauling the caliper, replacing a caliper, adjusting the brake shoes, okay, wheel bearings. But we're just doing the shoes and pads. Okay, so we come up here and we're going to go front or rear is an hour's worth of labor. If you do all four, it's only 1.8 hours. We're going to do all four. So I'm going to hit add. Okay, it adds it here, remove and replace. This includes cleaning, lubing, and replacing brake hardware as necessary. Adjusting the brakes when applicable, including repacking wheel bearings when applied. Does not include refinishing. Okay, now that's the labor, that's the physical part, but we also have to include the parts. Okay, and if we click on parts, it goes ahead and moves it right within the same section. So we did brake shoes and or pads. Okay, and we did front and rear. So I'm going to hit add and add. Okay, and then we're going to see if there's hardware included. I'm just scrolling through, and I do not see hardware, so it will be included with the price. Okay, so now we've done that, let's go ahead and add an oil change. So we're going to go over to maintenance, okay, and we're going to do it by mileage, normal, and we are at 130. So we're just going to look about there. There we go. And it wants us to do the following: inspect, 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 replace, rotate. Okay, that one did not include an oil change. So I'm going to just jump back. And this one did not. Okay. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to try it in a different spot. Sometimes it's not always under mileage. So in maintenance, indicator, engine oil service. Okay, all models. Here we go. It's half an hour to do an oil change, and then we have all these added things. Okay, so this is lubricating the chassis, oil filter. So I'm going to hit add, and then this adds this information to it. Okay. And look, it didn't add any time, it just added it as a note so that way the customer was aware of what was done. Okay. And let's go ahead and add rotate tires on there too. Since that is something that you guys have done, let's see if it just shows up on here. There it is, rotate tires. And we would do all these inspections while we were doing that. So if we come back to the 130, there we go. Look, there's the rotate tires. All of that job would be an hour 0.9. So I'm going to add that with its notes. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit view quote. And here we go. Here is the brake job, the parts for that brake job, the labor for the oil change, and then the notes. There is something we're missing with that. That is, where is the oil? We cannot do this. Do you want the oil to come out of your paycheck? No. So we're going to go back to estimate guide and go to fluid. Okay. And then we have engine oil. And there we go. And we're going to add that. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to view quote. And I want to take the oil right here and I want to put it right under oil change. The labor parts notes. It was always written that way. But if we look here, the oil has a $0 price. So we need to look that up. And it also is just one container. And it needs 6 quarts. So we just go to our favorite parts house. Okay. And then we can just look up oil. Well, that is not what we wanted. There we go. Here we go. And then we'd have to look up what we want. I'm just doing this as a demonstration. Okay. Here we go. Royal Purple. That's 1 quart at $19.99 a thing. So what we're going to do is I want to take that price, go back here. Okay. And it takes 6 quarts. So I'm going to change that quantity to 6. The price is $19.99. And then it will automatically do a markup as soon as I hit enter. So that way we are covering our price. And there we go. So this vehicle came in for a brake job, an oil change, as well as a tire rotation. Okay. We will also do shop supplies. That includes cleaners for cleaning the brakes if need be, shop hazardous materials, the disposal of the motor oil. Okay. And so there is part tax. Right now we have no labor tax. It looks like it's been changed again. So to do this job, it was $997.57. When you move on into my auto classes, you will be doing these as your assignment of completion of task. So here's your first chance. So what you will do is follow the instructions on the worksheet for what labor and parts will be needed for the job and what vehicle. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to put in your information here. Okay. So now I have your name, and this way, now you come over to print. Okay. And this way you will hit print again. So print, print. Now you're not going to print to an actual printer. As I wait for my computer to wake up. We're going to go to save as PDF. Then click save. Please change the name from print friendly view to your name. Okay. And then you save it. And that way you can now churn in this work order. And the accuracy of your price total has to match the work order I set up for you. Okay, that is how you write a repair order using ProDemand. Thank you.